Okay, so I'm going to take you through how to put an order in, and this is through the back end that you would do for the customer. So whether they call over the phone or if they walk in and you're doing it for them. So you're going to want to click on Create Order. You also, if you pop open your menu, you can do it from the order screen as well. So either one of them have the same button. So let's go ahead and hit Create. When you're putting in the customer name, I always like to ask them what their name is first, or maybe if they've been here, because if you search for them, their name will pop up. However, if they are not in the system, you can actually hit add and it will input the first and last name that you've typed, so you don't have to retype it, but you can kind of search all at once. From here, you can put an email, you can put phone number, you can, if we've created them already, you can put specific tags like VIP customer, employee, special notes, and then if they want to opt into either of your marketing programs, then you can actually hit enter address and you can get their billing address too, whatever, however much information, but for sake of time, we'll just do first and last name. We're going to hit create. And then the delivery information works the same way. You can go ahead and start typing like that, and it will go ahead and auto populate. Otherwise, if you type in an address and hit add, then it'll just kind of auto add that right there. But in this case, let's do, I'm actually going to erase that, and then let's go ahead and do something you already have. There we go. So from here, you got 3 buttons. I don't know if you actually have any retail items, so this one is probably going to be your most used one, which is all of your rental equipment, bikes, surfboards, golf carts. The retail items are something, if you're going to sell, I don't know, bars of wax, water bottles, you might not have any, especially if you use a separate system for that. And then the last one is going to be events. That's where like your kayak tours are going to be down here. So let's say somebody or somebody calls and they want to rent some bikes. So we're going to click on add reservation. We're going to choose from the drop down the category first. So let's say it's a couple bikes. Once it populates, then here are all your bike options here. And let's just say they want to rent 2 step-through single-speed beach cruisers. And they are planning for the summer. So let's say they're checking in on the 13th, or they want it the 13th, so you would click their start date. And if they want it for the full week, you just click on the last. Otherwise, if they just want it for a partial week or a day, you can click and choose whatever time frame they want. But let's say they want it for the full week. This is where you would change if they were picking it up. So let's say you did not put a delivery address in there, then you would change that to customer will pick up and customer will return. You can do either or. So let's say they came in and they wanted to pick the bikes up themselves, but they wanted you to pick them up at the end of the stay. You can certainly do that as well. Just make sure that you still get the delivery address, because at one point in the process, they'll need to know where to go. And then these comments are for your drivers. So something like delivered to back porch is something that the driver and delivery person will need to know. So you want to make sure that that's put in there. So let's go ahead and hit save. There we go. Reservation saved. If they got any like basket or trailer or anything like that, you can put a note here to say which bike. Now in this case, they got the same bike, but let's say they got 1 geared, 1 single speed, plus an attachment. You can put that note in there. So if not though, then you can proceed with the order. If they're adding more items, you can hit add reservation. I really like to click on that top line to collapse it to make it a little bit easier to see, because it will populate over here. But whatever your preference is, so let's say they're going to add a couple more things. Let's say they're going to add a soft top longboard in the 8.0 range. And then it should, there we go. The dates are still selected. That we're going to deliver and pick up. No additional comments. We're going to hit save. So you can see it start to populate over here on this side. And again, just personal preference, I'm going to collapse that to make the screen a little cleaner. So this is where I would kind of go through and I say, okay, where you've got a soft top longboard, 2 step-through beach cruisers, here's your dates, here's your delivery spot. They say good to go. You can put in a promo code if they have it. You can, if they want to add a tip, you can add a tip. And then if they, we don't ever have people ask, but if they were interested in the taxes and fees, there is a breakdown right here. And like for schools or something, you can make them tax exempt. And lastly, these comments would be for the order in general. So let's say it's a friend and you wanted to say giving 20% off outside of a promo code, then you would obviously adjust the price, which you can do with these little pencil buttons. So I'm not going to do the math, but let's just put that down to 100 and we'll put that down to 50. And it is just a matter of changing the price. So it'll adjust the price down here. We're going to hit checkout and we will get you guys a reader. So you will be able to hit reader, you'll hit initiate and it'll send it to the reader. Otherwise, obviously this person's over the phone. We're going to hit credit card. There's his payment amount and we're going to continue to payment and you are going to put in the card number and then hit pay. And that is how you take an order with a little bit of extra instruction in there for you.